Guys, I did it. I found the single worst account on all of Instagram, and of course, it's AI related. It's AI horror, to be exact. And AI has always been inherently creepy. It's always had an unsettling edge to it. I think that's because it's often associated with the end of mankind. For example, the Terminator. The whole point of the series is Skynet, an artificial intelligence system. It gets out of control, and it kills every single human being on the planet, or it tries to at least. So artificial intelligence, it's scary. Humans, naturally, we're afraid of it. And if you combine that with a prompter who's sick in the head, let's call him an artist who's sick in the head, then you get some pretty disturbing outcomes. Outcomes that I don't think any human being should ever have to lay their eyes on. But that being said, I want to show you guys. The guy we'll be talking about today, his name is Synthetic Pink. Now, it's important to state that back in 2016, he was posting innocent puppy pictures. And then 8 years later, he starts posting stuff like this. And trust me when I tell you, it gets much worse than that. This is merely the tip of the iceberg, and I will get into the horrific egg videos a little bit later. But first, I want to go over the transition of his content over time, because after all, the dude went from puppy pictures to whatever this is. And I think it's pretty interesting to see how he got there. Now, Synthetic Pink, aka Florian Nackerts, is an artist hailing from Belgium, and he specializes in surrealism, but not just any surrealism, body horror weirdcore surrealism. But here's his old Flickr account. Got some cute little dogs. 2016, what a beautiful time it was. And he started off posting pictures like this, but on November 15th of 2022, he posts this, his first picture ever posted on the Synthetic Pink Instagram account, and it was a dip into the scene of creepy art. Now, I only show you this so you have a reference point for how bad things are about to get, because this is pretty tame in comparison to what you're about to see. It's no puppy picture from 2016, that's for sure, but it's pretty tame nonetheless. And his first extreme step in the direction of uncanny AI, aka the horrific egg pictures, in my opinion, was his pigeon pictures. And during his pigeon phase, we'd often see pictures of lovely women with pigeons living inside them as if their uterus is some sort of tree hollow. And I'm not a doctor, but that's not where pigeons are supposed to be nesting, and that's why my eyeballs hate looking at this. That's why this is body horror surrealism. Often there are cigarettes and cheese in these pictures, and something that threw me off was this guy commenting, "Great idea and message." What fucking message? Am I missing something here? No, I'm not renowned for my deep thinking, but let me know if you see a deeper meaning in this, because I do not see any deeper meaning at all whatsoever. He then dipped a bit into the category of, I guess we'll call it, women eating things they shouldn't be eating, in which you have various women eating sand, which honestly not that bad, in my opinion. You also have some pictures of women eating dolphins. Once again, not that bad. Women eating Jesus. Overall, it's definitely a little weird, but nothing too crazy. But that leads us to Florian's hairy cheese arc, which was a notable step in his art, which I gotta say, if you're ever considering going on a diet, losing some weight, consider staring at hairy cheese pictures as a part of your daily routine, and I guarantee you your appetite will shrink tremendously. This photo in particular, extremely sickening to me. Just the composition of the blubber, it really grosses me out. And what's weird about these pictures is each one of them kind of actually looks like a real life person to me. For example, this looks like Frylock from Aqua Teen Hunger Force. I'm kind of getting PewDiePie from this one. If you can imagine, that's even Marzia potentially standing next to him. And this one, I'll give you a second. Tell me who you think this is, because I think you might know who this is. It's FaZe Banks. You tell me you don't see that? You don't see FaZe Banks? But anyways, hairy cheese, it was definitely gross. But Florian, he had some room to grow. You see, Florian knew that there's a niche out there, a niche of art that can make even the strongest of stomachs turn. And he found it. Guys, Florian has a specialty. He has a skill set that sets him apart from every other AI prompter out there. A skill set that, when applied, his work quite literally makes me feel sick to my stomach to look at. And that is the egg art. And the egg art is what has been making Florian blow up recently. Let's first look at some entry-level egg art. See this picture right here? It's actually very important because it's Synthetic Pink's first ever egg picture. And I wish he stopped here. I really wish he did. In fact, if I had a time machine and I could go back to any era in the entire world, it would probably be the 1930s to prevent Hitler from coming into power. But a close second would be me going to March 24th and telling Synthetic Pink, you know, that thought in your head, that urge to post an egg picture? Yeah, don't do that ever. Please, for the sake of humanity, don't do it. Just stick to eating eggs. What's wrong with that? But unfortunately, I do not have a time machine, and Synthetic Pink doubled down, posting tons of these pictures. And while I could show you his entire account, I'm going to narrow it down just to 5 of my least favorite egg posts that he should 100% delete, but he definitely won't. And coming in at number 5 is this one. And if you want a scientific reason for why I rank this number 5, it's really just because I hate the way this thing squirts the uncooked egg, the egg white into its mouth. It's just, oh, God. And at number 4, I'm going to have to choose this one because I just fucking hate everything about it. This could easily be number 1, but I'm just going to slot it at number 4. Oh yeah, and the dude's plugging merch. Who the fuck is buying this? Also, that first monster was 110% based off of that librarian from Monsters Inc. or the accountant, whatever she is, this lady right here. It's a spitting image. The number 3 most nauseating post that this guy has made, I'm going to have to dedicate it to this video right here. It's more of a change of pace than any other video on this list, but check it out.
Delicious eggs full my food. Hey, Grandma, look at this. What's happening? What's the Grandma? Look at this.
What are you doing? Come and dance with us. You look sick. Is everything fine?
Hey, bro, I know you. You are Synthetic Pink. Are you okay, man? Man? Are you okay, man? Man?
I'm actually feeling feverish from watching this shit. I'm actually getting pissed off. It's 1:13 in the morning right now as I'm recording this. This cannot be good for my mental health. But anyways, number 2 is a tie between these two disgusting things. Quite honestly, I am just at a loss of words at this point. I'm just going to show you number 1. And this one right here is most likely the reason I have not been eating eggs nearly as much as I eat them ever since I've discovered this guy. So absolutely brutal stuff. And I'm not the only one who just cannot stand this content. There's actually a lot of comments with people, let's just say, feeling similar to how I do. Well, not this guy, actually. This guy said, "Bro, I'm really grateful for you because you are spreading carnophobia among people. It will reduce meat consumption, which is causing many environmental concerns." So this guy thinks Synthetic Pink is doing a great thing for humanity, but he's probably the only guy. Most of the people are in the other camp, and I'll read some of those. Opulous Opinion says, words do not describe the lack of happiness I feel staring at this reel. The awful imagery, the disgusting sound, the idea of it all. This post has single-handedly ruined my day, my week, and possibly my life for the foreseeable future. Your post has caused me such immense pain that the only enjoyment or substance of any kind to be gained from it is the comments posted by people who share my feelings. That is concerning. All that I have written does not even amount to 1% of the lack of happiness I feel after receiving this post on my feed. Never post again. DG Lenny says, how do I get content warnings for people falling off skateboards, but this nightmare juice gets thrown into my face without any warning? And the answer to that is because these are just eggs. This is some sort of loophole that no matter how disturbing it gets, it will never get censored. Which speaks to the talent that this guy has. The fact that he's not really doing anything super outwardly gross. He's kind of just making eggs look gross. Yet people are demanding content warnings on his content. But by far the most common comment that this guy gets is, why so many eggs? Why eggs at all? It does make your content consistent and memorable. I'm just curious more than anything else. Childhood thing? I guess he's insinuating childhood trauma caused the guy to make an account where he posts terrifying renditions of all sorts of eggs, whether it be over easy, hard-boiled, scrambled. It could be true. It could be childhood trauma. He goes on to say, general interest in cholesterol and protein. This guy's really questioning. I'm not being facetious, just curious. Thank you for your weird and wonderful content. And when I say everybody says this, not that entire paragraph, just people are wondering why he makes the egg content. Now, I know this guy just enjoys prompting sick stuff. He's not doing anything malicious, and he's pretty good at what he does. But I have this irrational fear, and I want to share it with whoever's made it this far in the video. And that fear is because of these three things. 1, AI is very smart. 2, AI potentially will be the end of humanity, at least according to some people. And 3, AI makes scary, scary art. Now, given those 3 points, my irrational fear is that AI will collect data from pages like this and find out what we humans are afraid of and what really scares us, whether it be a hot dog face or a mouth with 50 arms coming out of it. And when AI inevitably decides that mankind is a net negative for the world and decides to exterminate us, the army of killers that they send will look like these things, and it will be our biggest fears, the most nightmarish things that AI has ever created, and they will be coming for us, using our own phobias as a tactical advantage against us. But like I said, it's just an irrational fear, so we got nothing to worry about. Hopefully. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.